Hello, welcome back to the channel. In today's review, I'll be reviewing The Oracle of Shadows and Light by Lucy Cavendish and Jasmine Beckett Griffith, same people as the last deck. These are my favorite people as far as cards go. When they come together to create a deck, I pretty much know it's going to be amazing and something I'm going to want to collect. The box is nice and sturdy, so you don't have to worry about your cards being crushed. This deck comes with 45 cards and a 160-page guidebook. Back of the cards are really awesome. I love this keyhole. Really unique, really cool. Artwork. You're going to see artwork that kind of looks along these lines. Okay, so I'm going to read from the book. I'll read a few pages. The cards are average size. If you find that they are difficult to hold or shuffle this way, just bring it up this way and it becomes much easier. Cards are glossy. The stock is pretty good. It doesn't really bend that easily. And I am in love with the artwork. Absolutely love it. So just for the sake of time, I'm not going to wait too long. I'm just going to shuffle out one more card. Here it is. And I'll read those from the book. As I read, I will also be displaying other cards so you can check out the artwork. I can't do a one-by-one read. We'll be here literally forever. The last video ended up being 40 minutes, and that was with only 5 pages reading. We have Mildew Fairy Cleanup Time. So I'm going to read this from the book. And I know my nails are looking a little jacked up, but I have very little time today. So it was either do my nails or come out here and do a review. And I figured you would appreciate the review more than me wasting time painting my nails. I can do that later tonight when I'm hopefully watching a movie and going to bed early. Super Bowl is on Sunday and I need to have all my energy about me. So Mildew Fairy message is cleanup time. Some things just look like they're yuck, but they're not. They're very good things and they can be powerful and helpful when used in the right way. So if the Mildew Fairy turns up in your reading, it's time to check out what could be profoundly useful for you, which you've dismissed. And this could be an aspect of yourself or an aspect of the environment you're in. It's very important not to try to hide this from yourself or to cover it up. The health of the situation rests upon the degree of openness you approach it with. The Mildew Fairy speaks. It always shocks me when people think something shouldn't be there, like me. I grow naturally where it's warm and wet, and I love to show you what you may need to take care of. I can do wonderful things, I can become medicine, and I can be a parasite too. But all the time I'm showing you what is going on, what you need to change, and whether the conditions are a little too steamy for you. If they are, you can freshen up your environment naturally. Don't clean or use harsh chemicals or bleaches, as you'll kill all that is helpful and good. You see, I turn up when something is unhealthy and you just aren't noticing or getting it. So be thankful for my presence and build a little algae or fungi pond in my honor, or treat yourself to some tasty mushrooms. They're all healthy ways to honor me. And do not step thoughtlessly into the fairy ring. It's all about me being in the right place. Don't ignore me. Right now, something really does need to be cleaned healthfully before it begins to affect you. Think of ways to decrease stagnant moisture, stuck emotions, and increase airflow, fresh thinking, in your home and environment when the Mildew Fairy comes to pay a visit. So I'm just going to start showing you some other artwork. It's likely things are a little stagnant and a little over-emotional, and the fresh new air and thoughts need to be brought into the clear situation. Need to be brought in to clear the situation up. She can mean a fresh way of thinking or a fresh point of view or a release of emotions that could be pooling in one area. Her appearance never means covering up. It means working with the environment you find yourself within. Like the mildew, fairy said, a little of her can be medicine and a great deal of her can be maddening. Where she turns up will tell you lots about what needs a fresh new approach in your life. And if she is inside lurking in cupboards or in the bathroom instead of decorating pebbles by the pond, you know the presence of unhealthy energy needs to be addressed, not rationalized and excused and never ignored. Okay. So with the book, you do get a couple of different spreads. It's in black and white. It's a really great quality book. I like when they have some different spreads to offer you. We have a 5 spread using the Oracle and Shadow Light, a simple past, present, and future spread, a Celtic cross spread, the hidden and revealed spread, the Star of Love spread. Okay, so you have the table of contents, a little introduction. So it has quite a nice introduction. If you ever want a more in-depth where I actually just kind of read the whole introduction and, you know, read out loud each and every card, let me know. It talks about the beauty of shadows. It talks a little bit about the different beings, angels, witches, fairies. Where are these beings from? How to work with the Oracle of Shadows and Light. How to approach this oracle. What is the difference between an oracle and tarot deck? How to conduct a reading. So, I mean, it's really thorough. Okay, next card is a Clockwork Pumpkin, a wonderful idea, the aha moment. And the artwork, I just can't say enough about it. It is stunning. It's so interesting. It's not just beautiful, which it is, but it's not just beautiful. It's not something you just look at for a moment and think, oh, that's pretty. It caught my eye. It's the kind of artwork that makes you stop and really study it, which I appreciate as someone who is also an artist, maybe not quite as technically skilled as Jasmine, but as someone who also likes to paint and draw and write. I really appreciate when artwork makes me stop and not just look at it for a moment, but it really makes me want to stop and study it. 39. So the cards are numbered, which is super helpful. I really love when the cards are numbered. So the message says, notice the bright bulb inside this clockwork pumpkin. You are about to have an amazing moment, a brilliant insight, and a very illuminating idea. Action must be taken immediately while the idea is fresh and new. No more procrastination. Follow the aha moment with action and watch amazing change in the form of abundance, creativity, and satisfaction take place in your life. The Clockwork Pumpkin speaks. I may look a strange muse, a clockwork pumpkin accompanied by a beautiful girl, but I have no doubt I am the new idea, the moment of clarity when the seeming chaos of life suddenly rearranges itself into a brilliant opportunity. You are about to be presented with such a golden idea that I want you to be ready. It may come from within you or it may come from outside of you, but you have drawn it to you with the power of attraction and manifestation, and it is an idea that will bring you great riches of the body, mind, and spirit. It is time to activate your own brilliant abilities and become the abundant, enriched being you were born to be. We are so pleased we have found you. We have waited for exactly the right being to take on this idea and bring it to life within the world. It has evolved out of time, out of space, and it is perfect for you. It may be a song, project, new job, relationship. Its form is fluid, but its time is now, and you are the person chosen to bring it through. Cosmic duty it may be, but joy and love it will bring, as well as abundance and true happiness. That reminds me a lot of the book called Big Magic, which has nothing to do with actual magical practices, but I would recommend it for literally just about anybody. Super inspiring book. I will be doing a review on it at some point, but in the meantime, you can check out the author on YouTube. Her name is Elizabeth Gilbert. Okay, so one of these aha moments is about to happen to you when you are paid a visit by a pure spirit of inspiration who is delivering an incredible gift. You will be given an idea and vision Its source is the divine realm of heavenly ideas, and its time is now, and you are the being chosen to bring it to life. It will work beautifully as long as you put the steps in place one after the other, almost like clockwork. Despite the mechanical imagery, this is no mechanical idea, although it will no doubt be very inventive and could concern a brilliant solution to a mechanical problem. It is sparkling, pure genius. Never forget that Thomas Edison dreamed the light bulb, so please don't doubt your intuitive self when it becomes the delivery system for this wonderful, innovation that you are in charge of. Okay, fantastic, great. Now we have the sewer mermaid. Your sensuality is beautiful. Interesting, because I teach sensual dance. I have another YouTube channel you can check out if you are interested in seeing that. Let me know. I'll put it in the comments. But yes, there's nothing dirty about sensuality. So what? Number 25. 25. Where are you, 25? Being elusive. Okay, here we go. So I'll show you some artwork while I read this. When the sewer mermaid swims in, she is here to remind you of the treasures you have that you may labeled bad, and perhaps even pushed away, forced underneath. We often have negative thoughts that we are too short, too tall, our thighs are too large, our breasts are too small, our hair not right, our face not pretty enough. We speak to ourselves in negative ways, and we begin to feel we are not good enough. And when this takes place, the result can be that we begin to create negative experiences, blockages, and difficulties. We push people away rather than attract them. We hide for fear that what others see will not be good enough. But this mermaid, the hidden space, is here to show you that your dark thoughts have told you lies about your great beauty. You are your own self, and all that you are is perfect, whole, and complete. The sewer mermaid says that you may try to push her away and refuse to believe that you are beautiful, but when you are ready, she will swim to you and free you from all the harmful negative thoughts and experiences, all the sewerage. You will begin to believe that no matter what, you are a beautiful being, healthy and attractive, and one who deserves love, respect, and affection. I am here to show you how to believe in yourself, that you are beautiful, attractive, and worthy of love and respect. I will show you how to see your body as a place of health and delight and strength, and I will never die or go away no matter what you have been told, no matter what you have told yourself, and no matter what your society has told you. This is also the cover. This particular card is also the cover of the guidebook and box. Let's clean up your physical and mental acts. Let's love all aspects of the physical self. Let us not criticize, hate ourselves, no matter our size, shape, or differences. We are all unique expression of the divine, and that truth most certainly applies to you. Let us not be ashamed anymore. Let us celebrate who we are and learn to love the differences and be grateful for all that we have, are, and will be. Part of you that is natural and beautiful, most likely your body and appearance, has been influenced by thoughts and ideas about it being unworthy, unhealthy, and perhaps even dirty. So, a part of you has had to evolve and exist in less than a healthy way. It is time to clean up your act, none of your natural looks, but of the way you have thought about yourself. Something beautiful has been treated badly. It is now up to you to begin to reframe your ideas and thoughts, and therefore your experiences of yourself. Your body, your worth, your ability to attract others, and to see yourself as worthy of love, respect, and consideration. Oh, I love this card. Let this strong survivor mermaid show you how to love yourself and your appearance again and rise above the rubbish and stink of negative conditioning regarding your beautiful body and unique self. You are beautiful and very worthy of love. This is the only truth that must be told at this time. Okay, so really amazing messages you get from the book. I love the messages. We have Dried Flower Fairy, Sweet Memories. Candy Cane Angel, it's time for a treat. Angel of Time, working too hard. It's great to be a hard worker, but you also, of course, need to enjoy life a little bit. Otherwise, it just kind of passes us by. And I know we live in this kind of like flex hustle culture where it's always like secure the bag and hustle, hustle, hustle and, you know, grind. And that's great to be ambitious and everything. But I think it's not great when the ambition completely sucks all the joy out of life. I've learned to live with not much. I don't need a lot to be happy. Most of my time, I'm either doing something like this because I love working with my cards, sitting out by the fire in the yard, you know, cuddling with my dogs, watching a movie. I really don't need fancy shit to be happy, and I feel blessed because of that. We have Strangely Lonely, holding on way too tight. Ghost of the Pumpkin Patch, count your blessings, like we were just talking about. I love that card. I mean, I could just look at the artwork. Even if the guidebook, you know, wasn't involved at all and it was just the cards, it would still be 100% worth the money. Granted, the guidebook is stunning and just the messages are so powerful and so unique. So we have Poe, time for change, to learn something new, to use technology and gadgets with wisdom. Good luck with that. I am awful with technology, but I know I shouldn't keep saying that to myself because it's just reiterating. Voodoo and Blue, back off. Ghost of the past returns for a time. This could be someone from the past coming into the present. Nautilus Princess, powerful personal growth. Shallow Grave, you missed someone. Interesting that those three cards came up in a row because this talks about Ghost of... Oh, so cute. Oh, that's cute. A couple birds just came near my sliding door. We spent a shit ton of money on bird seed. That's one thing I will spend money on. Oh, so cute. I put a ton of seed out there before, and now there's like cardinal and squirrel and a bunch of little birds. Oh, I love to see them eating, especially where there's snow all over the ground. So it's important that they have food. But anyway, I just thought that was interesting because we have the past returns for a time, ghosts of the past, which I just had said maybe could be talking about someone from the past coming back into the present. And then we have powerful personal growth. This person may come back into the present and it may not be comfortable. Maybe it is, but it may not be comfortable. And yet this person coming back may force you to grow in ways that maybe you've been avoiding personal growth from this encounter. And then it says, you know, shallow grave, you miss someone. So maybe it's someone that you actually have been missing, maybe, you know, a past lover, an old friend, a family member. And it could even be someone who's passed who isn't going to physically come back into your present, but somehow something about them will come up. And that's just my thought because I just noticed the pattern there. Breaking Dawn. The start of something new, the beginning of a new day. So usually when I see a card that has to do with dawn, it's something new on the horizon. Angel of Alchemy, miracle. People sometimes say they don't believe in miracles, and yet you're a walking miracle. Every time you look in the mirror, you're looking at a miracle. I don't know if you've ever done the math. I have. I've looked into it. The chances of you actually being born, next to none. Next to none. I mean, you can look it up. I did. Like, it's a scientific thing that they've calculated based off of things like all the different wars and all the different natural disasters. And, if we were just a little closer to the sun or a little further away from the sun, we wouldn't exist. It's just crazy. So it's a miracle that we're here at all. Fairy of the divine hand, intoxication, distorted view, overindulgence. It's hard not to overindulge in things during this pandemic. God knows the amount of nachos I've eaten. Latin fairy, a clear solution. But, you know, whatever at this point, whatever you got to do to keep putting one foot in front of the other. I've been in self-isolation for almost a year now. Autumn is my last chance. Please don't lose hope. Please don't lose hope. I like that. I kind of needed that since I was just talking about how I've been in self-isolation for almost a year. Only person I really see is my husband. My friend bought a house around the corner from me so that we could hang out more, and I see her less now that she lives right around the corner, literally around the corner, than I did when she lived almost an hour away, because we're both nervous about the pandemic and hanging out. Grumpy red fairy, be your true self. So I'm looking forward to spring where we can start sitting outside again. I am Callie from Death Comes Rebirth. One of my favorite cards. Sorry about the text coming in. My husband took our dog to the vet today. She has to have a biopsy, so please put out positive, loving energy towards her. Her name is Diamond. She's a rescue dog. She came from a bad situation, but she has a good life now. Arma, the Menhune. Aloha healing. So hello healing. And actually in Hawaii, aloha is hello and goodbye. I love languages. I don't really know much of any. I know just a few words in Portuguese, a couple in Spanish. I can say goodbye in several languages, but I find language so interesting. Sea beacon, fairy, guidance, but where will it lead you? Last two. Fairy of the Highlands, it's time to be brave. So I think I've mentioned this before, but brave doesn't mean fearless. I think we need to get rid of that word fearless. It gets thrown around a lot, but bravery means you're scared, but you do it anyway. I'm sure when firefighters rushing into a burning building, they're scared, but they're brave, so they do it anyway. I don't think it's that they're fearless. I think it's that saving people's lives means more to them than the fear they feel. Carnivorous flower fairy, a tempting offer has a high price. Sometimes all that glitters is not gold. And sometimes when something seems too good to be true, it is. So just be wary sometimes. Sometimes things are not as they seem. So that is it for this amazing deck. I would highly recommend it. Super good quality, amazing, interesting, and unique messages. The artwork just cannot be beat. I love it. If I lost it, I would 100% repurchase it. I would repurchase this deck every year if I had to. That is how much I love it. Okay, so in the next video, I will either be doing the vampire deck or the shadows and light. I'm not sure which yet, but there again, I'm sorry, shadows and light is what I just did, right? Yes. So my next review, I will get through this. I will either be showing you the vampire deck or the shapeshifter deck. And either way, it's still by Lucy and Jasmine, so you know it's going to be amazing. But until then, thank you for your time. Take care and much love.